the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Huskies' sure-handed tight end. He burned the defense a week ago for 118 yards. It's the Huskies and the Orbits, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Orbits of St. Louis and the Toronto Huskies. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto ball club as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown. Finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. But you look at this defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Shedding the tackle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And Charles, if this new pickup can run like that, they're going to be very happy that he was on the free agent wire. And a lot of people said, how was he there to begin with?
One of the great questions, one of the great mysteries. But now that they have him, you just know the offensive staff, they're not worried about giving him the full playbook, just things that he can do well.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Starr. And that'll be incomplete. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense, just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
Striker, 3-3.
To throw again. Starr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
To throw on 3rd down. Starr. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
On third down, Starr. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now Jones. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Hey, check this.
All the option left, it's Jones. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Okay, ready? Set.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you look at this defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
11 yards for number 11. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw. Starr. And that is incomplete.
going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Starr. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32. Second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start with the option. Oh, he breaks a tackle. Jones hit, and the ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out...
What, on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Ready?
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards. So he makes the catch, getting settled in here after being on the free agent wire. And so many people are just saying, how is he on the free agent wire?
Well, we know it can't just be talent, right? There's a reason why no one picked him up the entire offseason and into the season. So it had to be other reasons. But if they get those things figured out, they've got a big-time performer.
1st and goal from the 6.
Ready.
Back to throw. Starr. And it'll be intercepted. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Throwing Jones. That'll be caught. It's Scott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll go down, but not before before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
Bronco switch. Bronco smash. Check. Panther. Trap alert.
We're scoreless after 1. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Check. 18 Cardinal. Hey, check that.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Defensively, they rally the troops to first 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Out is Chris Nagar now to try the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Nagar's kick is good, and it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Okay, now.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Hold it ready. Alert! Alert!
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving.
Julio Jones all alone. He's on his way. Julio Jones. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over. Your call on this play, partner.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Jones will try and run with it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there was a huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Starr. He finds his man complete. It's Peters. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down. Starr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here we go.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Starr. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Starr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Starr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Ready, break. Come on, set. Hut, hut.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw. Starr dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Nagar's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we see